Austin, you want to do a ranking of our least favorite to most favorite One Piece episodes?
Do I have a choice?
No, absolutely not. So let's do it. All right. I'm going to count down, and we're just going to go from our least favorite to our most favorite.
Got it.
All right. So at the same time, just shout the episode.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Episode 4.
1. Episode 4? You hated episode 4 the most?
I didn't hate it, but it was my least favorite. It was too long.
You're just an Usopp hater. I know it. You're just an Usopp hater.
I don't hate Usopp. It just went a little bit too longer than I expected. I mean, the costumes were a bit cheesy, and it just went longer. I think whole syrup arc could have been shortened to just one episode. So I thought it was
that's
too much, too extra.
Justice for Syrup Village. Okay, Usopp just needed a little bit more backstory. But the problem I had with episode 1 was that it was just corny, cheesy. It didn't really live up to the hype that it had that I expected. But I did really like Luffy's rubber attacks. I think that was visualized pretty well, and there was a nice intro for Buggy. But I think it was a very weak start. And on to the next episode, our second least favorite episode.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1.
Episode
4.
Okay, so now we're just swapped back and forth now.
All right, so we're basically we both agree that those are the 2 weakest episodes.
So why did you not like 4?
I didn't like 4 because I feel like there could have been more backstory for Usopp, because I like Usopp. He's one of my favorite.
So you wanted more out of it. I wanted less.
I just wanted more out of it.
I didn't want any more.
I just didn't think there was enough time for it. I just didn't think there was enough time.
Okay.
Plus, I didn't really like. I felt like the whole Black Cat pirates. I couldn't take them seriously at all.
That's true. Their costumes
were very corny.
Yeah.
Like their costumes were so corny.
So you would have added an extra episode to this arc.
No, I just would have. I just think there could have been more of Usopp's backstory, like as him as a kid. Like I feel like that was cut That's short.
True. Okay.
But. And maybe take out some other stuff. I don't know. Maybe take out Kobe a bit. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. But for me, episode 1, I think did not leave a good impression. It still has very very cheesy lines, but it does move the story along. It kicks off the story, and it's still at least watchable. So I think that's why, at least for me, it was the second worst episode.
I agree. I mean, it was the worst for me. So I totally understand.
No.
All right, next episode. Next favorite episode, or third least favorite. 3, 2, 1.
Episode 3.
7. 3. So you're okay. I should have expected. You're just a Syrup Village arcader. Syrup Village arcader.
It wasn't as strong. It's just it kind of meanders, and the villain is cool, but
Kuro is cool.
He is
what
cool.
did Usopp do to you?
It's just.
I bet Usopp is your least favorite. I bet Usopp is your least favorite Straw Hat.
Just the character, the whole arc is just not as compelling as the rest of the series. It's still good, but it's not as strong, and the writing is still pretty cheesy at this point of the series. So.
Oh, okay. I could agree with that. It's still a bit cheesy at this point in the series, but episode 3 is not bad. I think Kuro did a good job with his acting.
Okay, I know you like this whole arc. I know you like this whole arc. Why do you say 7? Why do you say
7? Okay, 7. I think 7 was weak for me because. It was mainly because Nami's actions with her village didn't make sense to me. I think they didn't fit her character in the fact that we eventually know that she wants to protect and save her village, but she didn't do anything. She was acting all weak to them. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get your tribute. I'm acting really standoffish with you. I don't care about you, but it just didn't make sense for her character, and I feel like it was only done to make it.
There was so much emotional.
The reveal impactful.
I don't know if I agree with you.
It was inconsistent with her character. I didn't like it. I don't like that part.
No.
But I know it's good. I do agree. It was emotionally impactful, but I think it was inconsistent with her character, and I have gripe with it.
Okay.
Unlike, I don't have a bias against Syrup Village arc. I like some people here. Anyway, all right. Next episode. 3, 2, 1.
Episode
3.
Oh.
Okay.
We're going.
All right. 2.
Closer
We're okay. So we're still in the beginning.
Yeah.
So we can agree that the beginning episodes are probably the worst.
The weaker ones of the other series.
The weaker ones, yeah.
Which is interesting. Usually it's the other way around. I feel like you try to start strong and end weak, but here I feel like it kind of started weak and made its way up. But episode 2 for me, it was a continuation where the writing just wasn't as strong, but we got to see some cool fight scenes. And so actually, we got to see some interactions, which I think we got to see in the live action series between Zoro, Nami, and Luffy that we didn't see. We don't see in the in the manga and the anime. So I think that kind of built it up, these relationships.
But you didn't like episode this was this is what you liked about episode 2.
Yeah, what I like about but the writing is still pretty cheesy, right? It's still kind of cringe, and that's why it's still at least now more in the middle ranks than in the way. I
agree. I think episode 2 was really cool. I mean, I liked episode 2 more clearly, but Buggy was the star of the episode, and I do like myself a little Buggy, so that's that's always good. I didn't like episode. I feel like episode 3 was a bit weaker, just because I feel like Usopp could have been more featured. I just need him to be. It was plot convenience. There was a bit of plot convenience with the whole Kuro killing Mary, and then he didn't kill anyone else. I feel like he could have killed all of them if he wanted to, but they could have killed Zoro, but they just threw him in a well and forgot about it. So I brought that my short. That's why I was like, yeah, absolutely not as good because there's some plot conveniences. All right, next episode. We're halfway through.
I know.
Fifth favorite episode. Fifth favorite episode. Sorry, no, third favorite episode. Wait, no, fourth favorite episode. All right, cool. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Episode 7.
2. Okay.
Oh
all right. Okay.
Yeah, I feel
so. Basically, 2 was similar to how you felt.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's a bit cheesy, but I liked Buggy. Yeah. But yeah, what do you? Episode 7. So you liked episode 7?
It's hard for me for the next because the next few episodes, I kind of all felt the same way about them. So it's really hard for me to kind of put a stack rank at it. But episode 7 was the culmination. And I really like the emotional impact of going into the last episode. The only problem is I think some of the emotional weights were kind of cheesy in the following portions, right?
And inconsistent.
Inconsistent. I feel like they took liberties with the character, which I'm okay with. But some parts were just kind of cheesy. Right after Nami's emotional plea to Luffy, the whole portion just felt a little corny. But not as well done.
The when Luffy put the hat on her head and then walked with it.
Yes,
I can see that.
Of course, and then it's just no, I don't know.
A very emotional scene in the anime or the manga.
It is, and it does really well in the manga and the anime. But here, live action doesn't really translate as well. Maybe here they could have changed it much, a little bit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I did. Yeah, episode 7 was decent. I also really like the clips between Zoro and Sanji. But yeah, I agree. It's it could have been better. All right, cool. Top 3. We're in the top 3 episodes.
Oh, here we go.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Episode 8. Whoa. Okay, you put the Baratier. In here. All right. Okay.
I mean,
respectable.
Yeah. Baratier arc is definitely top class, right? But just looking at the other episodes, it's really hard. And you putting episode 8 there. I mean, I
put episode 8. I loved the Bronte. I loved everything. 5 and 6 were my favorites. I loved both.
A little spoiler.
That's why it was hard. I mean, well, if you've been counting, the audience has been counting, they know that I have 5 and 6 left. So. It's they can deduce that for themselves. But anyway, you said episode 6.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good things about it, but I just don't think it's better than my first 2.
Yeah. At this point,
they're all pretty
nuanced.
decent.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, and episode 6, we have Giuseppe's backstory, right? Flowing into why Sanji is the way he is. But I think really what dragged this just a little bit down for me is just the handling of Sanji's departure. I would have liked to reflected more, a little bit more emotional in the manga. So that's why I wanted a bit. I wanted a bit more out of it.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I didn't get that. So, but no, overall, still a very good episode. Still a very good episode.
Yeah. I mean, that's true with the episode. I thought it was really good. It was a good finale, but I liked the other ones more. So, all right, second penultimate. Our second favorite episode. 3, 2, 1.
Episode 5.
All right.
It's a little switch there. Still the Barassi minus the ending, right?
Yours ending, so it's pretty close.
Yeah. Episode 8. I mean, good way to finish the series strong, and trying to have more in the future. And I think I am excited. They did announce a second season.
Yes, they had officially announced. So we are going to see smoke. Yeah. We're going to see more villains, more story.
More straw hats.
There. It was more straw hats. Yep. I also really like the episode 8. Going back to it, the subtle introductions of hockey that Garp used. Like I think he used observation hockey against Luffy in this fight. Also really like the sort of closure that Kobe and Luffy had in their last scene together. Sort of was a nice like throwback to how they started their adventure together. So it was cool to see that. But I liked episode 5 a lot because Sanji's intro, like Mihawk's intro, like those this is when the story was like it started hitting a different gear. Like this is when it like I'm glad I continued watching it because episode 5 was worth like the wait for it to like hit the next level. I think.
Okay.
Sanji. Yeah, this is great. All right, last episode. I already know which one's yours and you know which one's mine. But let's go. 3, 2, 1. Episode 6.
So
all right, Barate, yeah.
We like it, but we like different portions of it. I mean, I like episode 5 probably the same reasons that you like. I mean, just the way this is really where the writing, as you said, kind of changes. It's still a little bit cheesy, but it feels a little bit more natural now. And this is something I think because they deviated a little bit from the storyline, from the manga, and that's where the writing becomes more authentic. And you're just like, okay, this is how people speak. It's just so natural, especially with Sanji's introduction. I really loved his introduction. Just he's
Sanji's
introduction
is beautiful.
Suave guy, right?
Loved
and
it.
just like, he can,
his cooking, his fighting,
it was all great.
His Riz, everything was there.
All there. And so episode 5, I think that's the turning point of this whole series. And if you watch this whole series, at least for me, episode 5 is where Return is finally gets starting to resemble something good, not just like just average or poor.
It hit a new gear. I mean I agree. Like Barate was when it was hit it. Like for me, episode 6, the last episode with I actually thought the emotional the Sanji's backstory and his farewell with Zeph was very emotional. I like literally was feeling like I felt like tears coming up from that. Like it was for me, I know you mentioned that it wasn't as impactful as it was in like the manga or the anime, but like I really liked it. I thought it was beautifully done. I also really liked the scene where Zoro dedicates his life to Luffy. It could have been interpreted as a bit cheesy.
It was,
but I thought it was emotional. I thought this whole scene was really, really like going to the finale, going to the final arc. This episode really built it up, and it was like it solidified what episode 5 built up, like started. For me. So like this is a good show.
I agree. No, it's definitely good. But we both like. I mean, overall, I think we can agree. Barate arc definitely
was the best. It was the best. No question. Anyone who thinks differently, I don't know where you. Do we watch the same show? I don't know.
Right.
Anyway. All right, cool. So that's our final episode by episode ranking of One Piece. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe we'll do more of this in the future. So
we enjoyed the series.
Stay tuned. We sure did.